Good morning, everyone. Today, we are going to study a new poem, The Builders, by Henry Wadsworth Longfellow. I hope you have got textbooks with you. Whoever has got textbook, please take it. The poem, The Builders, by Henry Wadsworth Longfellow. You may not have heard that much about him, as you are quite aware of Wadsworth or someone like that. Okay, he was an American poet from 1807 to 1882, a 19th century writer. Okay, and he belongs to the group of transcendentalists. Like Romanticism, it is a movement. Transcendentalism. Have you heard of that? Transcendentalism? Maybe new for you. So what is meant by transcend? Transcend means going beyond. Raise our mind high above. Raise it high above. This going beyond. Transcend means go or move beyond. Beyond what? All our material things. So we are living in a material world. And we must be able to transcend ourselves. Raise our mind to high above this material world. That is transcendentalism. In a way, it is spirituality. Raising our mind high above material things. That is moving beyond a material world and reaching that infinite. Maybe spirituality, maybe God. Not clearly explained what it is. Actually, they are believers. Okay, spiritualism against materialism. So one must be able to transcend himself above all material things. Okay, that is called transcendentalism. There were so many, and the leader, in that movement was Ralph Waldo Emerson. And his essay, Self-Reliance. If ever you get a chance, please take and read. It's a wonderful essay by which he will instill confidence in you to everyone. So one must be able to do things by himself. So even reaching God, there is no need of any agents of God according to him or according to them. Okay, we can reach directly, raise our mind and reach that spirituality. That is transcendentalism. So I repeat once again, transcend means going beyond the ordinary things or beyond the material world. So he belonged to that category, group of writers and philosophers known as transcendental philosophers. Yes, let us study a poem by him, The Builders. I hope you have all got textbooks with you. Take it please. The Builders. Actually, here the builders is a metaphor. Again comes another word, metaphor. You have studied it last year. Okay, you have gone through it. In school also it was there. Simile and metaphor. Okay. Do you remember the difference between simile and metaphor? Just to recollect in your mind, what is simile? Simile means in a way comparison. Some similarity is being told. Okay. For example, my love is like a red rose. Why I say this example, do you know? I always refer to one book, M.H. Abrams, A Glossary of Literary Terms. A glossary of literary terms is a authoritative book on all literary words of English literature. This is the example given there. My love is like a red rose. What does it mean? There is similarity between my love and a red rose. There is simile. Whereas my love is a red rose, which means there is no difference between my love and a red rose. That is metaphor. Compare between simile and metaphor. Simile is exact comparison. Metaphor is implied simile, which means there is no difference between two things which are compared. No difference. There is metaphor. In this poem, the builders, actually the poem itself is a metaphor, which means life is, constructing a building and we are the architects. We are the builders. Our life, it is taken as a metaphor. It can be our own life or history as a whole. We are all building history. Is it not so? So in a way. So it is a metaphor. The term builders is used as a metaphor, by which the poet means is that we are the builders of our own life. I hope you have understood. So we are going to study a poem by Henry Wadsworth Longfellow, American poet, transcendentalist, and he gives a clear picture of our life. Okay, let us go to the poem directly. First stanza. Actually, it is not a stanza, quatrain with a rhyme scheme. Okay, we will discuss it later in another class. All are architects of fate. First line. We are all architects. Architects of fate. Fate here means life. Our own life, we are architects. We are constructing our own life and we are the architects. Meaningful, no? So meaningful, wonderful. What is that? All are architects of fate. We are all architects. Constructing a building actually is done by architects. Carpenters, masons, contractors, engineer. Okay, they are all in a way architects. They are doing it, constructing. Okay, whether it is mason or a carpenter or someone like that, they are all architects. They shape it, mold it, create a new building. So in the same way, we are all, what are we? Architects. Architects of fate, means of life, our own life. In a we are constructing a life of our own and we are the builders. First line, we are all architects of fate. Working in these walls of time. We are working. Every day working. Yes, we are working every day. It can be meant for a person's own life or history as a whole. Because we human beings, humanity together develop a history of our own. In that we play a role. Each individual plays a role. He has a role to play. He has a role to play. Yes, he is playing his part in the drama of life and we are all architects of that life. Coming to his own life, he constructs a life for himself. Is it not so? Constructing. In the same way, see, a building is being constructed slowly, slowly, slowly. Rome is built not on a day. It takes time. So many days, years, months and years it may take. And slowly, slowly we are constructing our own life. See, take the life of a single individual. See, in the same way, he creates, he develops his own life with a good character, good qualities and all those things. Some may go the other way too. So in a way, he constructs his own life. In that way, he is architect of his own life. Yes, we are all architects of fate, working in these walls of time. We are all working in these walls of time. Yes, time by which we construct our life. Our life we construct using time. The material is time. Every day. Take for example, when we construct a building, we put one cement block over another one, then put some cement, then some more, then something else, then concreting. Slowly. First foundation, from foundation to top. We construct slowly and slowly. But gradually, in the same way, walls of time. As a wall is being constructed gradually, walls of time we construct our life. We construct our life in the walls of time, slowly, using time as material. Take one day as one cement block. Today we put one block, tomorrow another one. Is it not so? In the same way, we build a character also. See, what we are going to become tomorrow is a sum total of what we were yesterday and what we are today. Is it not so? Yesterday plus today is equal to tomorrow. We cannot make a sudden change. Nothing can be made in such a way. Everything is gradual. Same way. I repeat once again. Yesterday plus today is equal to tomorrow. What we were yesterday, what we are today, we are going to become tomorrow. Okay, once again. All are architects of it. We are all. Yes, my dear friend, we are all architects of our own life. Working in these walls of time. Yes, we are working every day in these walls of time. Some with massive deeds and great, some with ornaments of rhyme. Yes, every day we construct our life. Someday, very important ones might be there. Someday it may not be that much important. So in our life there are deeds which are of much importance, great deeds, and unimportant things also are there. For example, for a construction of a building, some part is very important, some part is only decorative. Okay, now what is that? Ornaments, just like ornaments. See, we know that the most important part of a building, what is that? Foundation. It is not seen also. Okay, now when the building is constructed, everything is over, some decorative part will be there. That will be seen. But for the building, there is not that much important. In the same way, we construct every day with many deeds of our own, activities, good and bad. Yes, some days we make great deeds, some days not that much important. In the history of human being, mankind, some people do great deeds, some people may not be able to do that. They may do unimportant things. It goes parallel now. It can be a story of one single individual as well as the entire story of humanity. Yes, in such a way, we are all architects of fate. We are all architects of our own life. We construct our life with many kinds of deeds and activities. Some are of much importance, very much important. Some are not that much. That is for the case of an individual, as well as it goes for the story of humanity. Some people might do great deeds and perform great activities, whereas some others may not. Anyhow, whatever deeds we may do, whatever activities we may perform, we are all architects of fate. We are all architects of our own life. That is the first stanza. Go through once again. First 4 lines. All are architects of fate. Working in these walls of time, some with massive deeds and great. Some may do great deeds. Or another meaning, some days we may perform great activities, some with ornaments of rhyme. Some days we may not perform that much important, only superficial, unimportant things we may perform some days. But together, we gradually construct a building, we construct our life, our own life, as well as life of mankind. Some people might do great deeds, some people may not. Together we construct the story of humanity. We build history together. The humanity together we build, we make our own history. Coming to individual, we are all architects constructing our own life, just like we construct a building. That's our story. The builders. Henry Wadsworth Longfellow. I hope first stanza is clear to you. Okay, na? Come, let us see the second stanza. No, second quatrain. Nothing useless or is low. In this construction, none of the things can be called useless. High and low, or none of the things can be called low. Some are high, some are, all are important. All are equally important. Is it not so? Yes. Each thing in its place is best. Each thing of our activities in its place is best. Take the case of a building. Take the case of a building. See, from foundation to top, concreting, then decorating, etc. and etc. Each thing in its place is best. Some part of it is stone, some concrete, some iron, some wooden, some steel, something else. Each thing in its place is best. Can we put a door instead of window and a window instead of door? No. Everything has a place, and in its place it is most suitable. Everything has a place, and that place it is quite suitable for. No other place will be suitable for it. Each thing in its place is best. And what seems but ideal show, what seems but unimportant, not ideal, unimportant, I mean strengthens and supports the rest. It may strengthen, it may support the rest. So you can see the case of a building. All things are not seen, some are unseen. Okay, but everything in its place is best. What is not seen, what is considered to be unimportant, it supports the remaining. Together, when made together, it becomes complete or perfect. Once again, see second quatrain. Nothing useless or is low. In this construction, nothing can be called useless or is low. Each thing in its place is best. Each thing has a place of its own, and it is more suitable when it is placed there. Everything has a place. In the same way, in this human life, everybody has a place. In the ladder of life, everybody has a place. Is it not so? Look at our 5 fingers. 5 fingers, each one quite different. The difference only gives them a unity and speciality and purpose. Is it not so? If all fingers are alike, can anything be done? Nothing can be done. For example, thumb finger, most important one. Is it not so? Small finger, not that important, but together it has a great duty to perform. Is it not so? The first things of philosophy is that I am different if not superior. The case of human being, I am different if not superior. Every human being is different from everybody else. That is why man is a unique creation. Every human being is a unique creation. Nobody is like anybody else. All are separate. This difference gives him his personality. Yes, he is different from everybody else. That difference only gives him his personality. Everybody has a duty in this life. Everybody has a duty to perform, and if he performs his duty, he is perfect, he is okay. The same idea is expressed here. What is that? Each thing in its place is best. Each activity is okay, perfect when it is done in its place. And what seems but ideal show, what seems to be idle or unimportant strengthens and supports the rest. It may strengthen, it may support the rest of the building as well as our life, our own life. Okay, now everything has a place, and in its place it is the best. Okay, once go through quatrain number 2. Nothing useless or is low. Each thing in its place is best, and what seems but idle show strengthens and supports the rest. In the case of a building, each particle has a place, and when placed accordingly, it is perfect. Everything has a place. In the same way, our life also. In our life, every deed, every activity has a place, and that is the best place possible. Yes, that is why in our life also, in what way? Everybody has a place in this world. Some are high important, some are not that much. In the ladder of life, people are different. The difference gives them their personality. Each person in his place is the best. That's the idea behind it. Okay, now? Is it clear to you? Yes. What is that? Nothing is useless. Everything has a place. When placed the exact place, it is the best. Okay. Number 3. For the structure that we raise, the structure that we construct, raise a building, construct a building. Time is with materials filled. Yes, time is the material with which we construct the building. Every day, each day, I said no, each day can be considered as a cement block or a brick, if it is a brick building. Bricks, okay, used for constructing the building, whatever we, okay, material. Each day can be considered as a cement block, for example. Time is a material by which we construct our life, our building. Okay, time is with materials filled. Our todays and yesterdays are the blocks. Our todays and yesterdays, I told in the beginning, yesterday plus today is equal to tomorrow. That means what we are going to become is a result of some total of what we were yesterday and what we are today. In the same way, we construct a building slowly and steadily, gradually, one block, cement block, over another one, again another one, then some cement is placed and it is arranged in a proper way. Even placing it also should be correct. You may have seen mason checking whether the place is correct or not. Is a perpendicular, it should be. It should not be in some this way, that way. No. In his place is best, correct, exactly it should be. The proper way of doing that. Okay, now? Yes. Our todays and yesterdays. We construct our life. We construct a building. We are architects. Todays and yesterdays are the blocks with which we build. Yes, we are using these blocks of time. Yesterday, today and tomorrow to construct our building. Our building, that is our life. We construct our life using the material time. Yesterday's, today's and tomorrow's together we construct our life. Yes, time is with materials filled. Our todays and yesterdays are the blocks with which we build our life. We construct our building. Yes, truly shape and fashion these. Yes, you have to shape and fashion in a proper way, in a true fashion. Truly you have to construct it, fashion it, shape it, design it. Yes. Leave no yawning gaps between. Don't leave any gap in between. That means everything should be perfect. That's all. Everything must be perfect. Yes. Think not because that line is not that easy. See clearly. Think not. Do not think. Don't think. Because no man sees, such things will remain unseen. Don't think that because nobody else sees it, such things will go unseen. That means always imagine that somebody is observing us, maybe God. Yes, God sees everything. Okay, So don't think that nobody sees you and construct not in a proper way. Once they see that, think not. Means don't think because no man sees, because nobody sees, nobody is observing you. Such things will remain unseen. Nothing will remain unseen. Everything will be seen. For example, constructing a building, previously day laborers were there, now not there. The contractor will come and tell you that per square feet, okay, this much. For example, a house of 2000 square feet, they will charge 2000 rupees per square feet. That means they will charge into 40 lakhs. Okay, now. So per square feet they will charge. And the owner will not be going and supervising everything each day, every day. No. Done by laborers, masons, carpenters and many other people working around. Some work they may evade and won't do in a proper way. Suppose the mason or laborer thinks that owner is not there, contractor not there, I can do in my own way, suddenly finish everything and say this much is finished. No. Don't do that. Don't think that because nobody sees, it might go unseen. Never think that. Because everything is seen by God. God sees all these things. Always feel that God is observing you. See, in constructing your house also. Okay, now, you have to develop a good character, good qualities, keep good friends, etc., etc., and build a strong character and strong life. Don't think that because nobody sees, it will go unseen. It will be seen. Never imagine that as nobody is observing you, it will be going unnoticed. Never think that. Always feel that somebody is observing you. It will be noticed in such a way. You have to construct the building. In such a way, you have to construct your life. In such a way, you have to develop your own character. By the grace of God, you have to develop a good character. Imagining that God is observing you, watching you. In such a way, you have to develop a good character, construct a good building, and make a good life for yourself. 2 lines once again, observe that. Think not. Don't think. Because no man sees, because nobody is observing you, such things will remain unseen. Never think that such things will remain unseen. Surely, certainly, it will be seen. It will be noticed. It will be observed. Okay, now? Go through it once again. Truly shape and fashion these. You have to shape and fashion in a true way. Truly, in a true manner. Okay. Truly shape and fashion these. Leave no yawning gaps between. When you construct your building, when you develop your life, construct your life, yes, you should not leave any gap. Means it should be done in a perfect manner, perfect fashion. Think not, do not think, don't think, because nobody is observing you, such things will remain unseen. Don't think. Don't think that such things will remain unseen, which means no doubt everything will be seen by God. Yes, nothing will go unseen. Next quatrain. These are not stanzas but quatrain connected by a rhyme scheme. I will tell you in another class. In the elder days of art, previously, years before, the builders wrote with greatest care. Previously, the builders used to construct building etc. in a proper fashion. The greatest care. Now, not there. That sincerity is not there. Lacking. Yes, once upon a time, years before, the builders used to construct exact way, proper way, exactly. The greatest care. Each minute and unseen part. Everything. Even the unseen part. Each minute as well as in a building. Some part is seen, some part might remain unseen. Okay? For the God sees everywhere, or gods see everywhere. Seen part as well as unseen part. God sees everything. God sees everyone. See, each and every activity of yours is seen by God. Don't think that because nobody sees, it will go unseen. Imagine that it is seen by God Himself and construct accordingly. In previous years, years before, architects, masons, carpenters, designers, engineers, they used to construct with perfect care, great care. Nothing will be, going unnoticed, great care. Okay, where is it? Yes, each minute and unseen part. They would take care of each and every minute, seen part and unseen part. See the case of a building. I told already that some part will go unseen. That is very important. I said, no, first example, foundation. Okay, you cannot evade the work of foundation. It should be done proper way, because the entire building stands on the foundation. The foundation is not strong, building will not stand for long. Okay now, so seen part and unseen part. When the construction is over, okay, superficial part only will be seen, the remaining part will be hidden, some will be remaining behind. So each part is important. Everything has a place. In His place the best. See, seen part and unseen part. God sees all these things. In the same way in your life also, some part will be manifested, some activities will be made known, some will not be. Some nobody will come to know about it, but don't think that nobody sees that. Imagine God sees everything and do your activities accordingly. You have to imagine always that God is observing you, and He would see you in that manner. You have to develop a life of your own. Construct a building, construct a life. For the God sees everywhere. Yes, think that God sees everywhere. So, let us do our works as well. So, let us do our work as well as we can. The best way possible. Let's do our work. Construct the building, construct our life, construct a character as best as we can. Let us do our work as well, both unseen and seen. Yes, let us do our work in a proper way, in a perfect fashion. Seen activities as well as unseen activities. Okay, both the unseen and the seen. Make the house where gods dwell. Make the house where even God can dwell. Make a perfect building where anybody, any chief guest, any important person, or even God can come and dwell or reside. In the same way, in your life, constructed a life with all good qualities so that God can dwell in you. See, our body is a temple of God. We should not malign it by wrong activities. In the same way, our character, if you build a strong character with good qualities, all will like you. Even God will like you. God will come to reside in you. So build a strong character, a good character. Okay, now even God can come and dwell, reside and live there. Once again, make the house where gods dwell. Even gods can dwell, even gods can reside, even gods can live. Such a perfect building you have to construct. Such a perfect character you have to develop. Such a perfect character you have to develop for yourself. In such a way, construct your life, build your life, make it perfect. Beautiful, entire and clean. The building should be beautiful, entirely and clean also. In the same way, your life should be beautiful, perfect and clean. In the same way, your character should be beautiful, perfect and clean. So, the poet is asking us to construct a good character, build a good life. In the same way, we construct a neat and good building so that even gods can come and dwell. Even gods can reside there. When gods can come and live there. Yes, develop a good character which is liked by everyone else, everybody else. Even gods can come and dwell in you. Okay, now your body as well as your mind, your character, your qualities all should perfect excite so that even gods can come and dwell. Or else our lives are incomplete. If not, or else our life would remain incomplete. Yes, if not done like this, our life would go incomplete. Standing in these walls of time, yes, when we observe or look back into our life, we would feel that our life has become a failure, incomplete, not complete, not perfect. In these walls of time, turn by, you will find that your life has become a failure. If not done in this way, perfect fashion, your life would go incomplete. Okay, broken stairways, so unfinished work, incomplete building, broken stairways. Okay, where the feet stumble, where your feet would stumble. Okay, now you tumble down, you will fall down. Okay, you fall down on broken pieces in a building. In the same way, in your life, if it is not perfect, your life would remain incomplete with many deficiencies, problems, and other things too. As they seek to climb, moving up won't be easy for you because your building remains incomplete. Okay, now, so moving up, see, will be difficult for you, impossible for you if you don't construct in a perfect fashion. It is applicable for building your life and your character. So 3 levels are there now. You construct a building, you construct a life, you build your own character in a perfect fashion. Only then your life becomes a perfect with no problem, no imperfection. Okay, build today, then strong and sure. For that you have to build today. It should be done today, not tomorrow. Don't postpone anything. What should be done today should be done today itself, not tomorrow. Build today, then strong and sure. With a firm and humble base, the firm, strong and enough and more, enough base, foundation, strong character, strong qualities we should have. Then only you can construct a strong life and be successful in life. With humble base and ascending and secure, moving up, you are moving up in your life slowly, slowly, not descending, ascending, moving up and up. In the same way we construct first foundation, then first floor, ground floor, then first floor, ground floor, first floor. Slowly you reach the top. Ascending and secure, shall tomorrow find his place. Then tomorrow will find his place slowly and steadily. Yesterday, today, tomorrow. Then tomorrow will be perfect, better than today. Yes, we can reach that perfection tomorrow. If you have done well yesterday, you are doing it today very well, tomorrow will be perfect for you. Secure, safe and secure. Yes, this alone can be attained. In this way only, this alone we can attain. Where those turrets, that means the tower, top level of the building. Okay, where the eye sees the world as one vast plain. From there, when the construction is over, you reach the top. From there you look outside, you can see the entire area as a one single place. When we reach the evening of your life, when you look back, you can find the humanity as a whole. Everything has a meaning. You understand the meaning of life only at that time when you turn back or look back, when you see that everything together as a one single unit. Only then you can attain that, achieve that. To those turrets where the eye sees the world as one vast plain and one boundless reach of sky. Yes, we can find everything together as single unit. When you reach the top level of the building and look outside, you can see the entire world as single unit. What does it mean? Yes. See, then one will have a clear view of one's own life. When you reach the turrets, you complete your building, everything is perfect. In the same way, when you reach on top, you will have a clear idea of your own life. You look back, you find no regrets, you feel happy that you have done well in your life, done everything in a perfect fashion, you are successful. In that way, you have to construct your building, your life, and your character. By the grace of God, your character. So all these things are there. It's a metaphor of our own life. We are all architects of life. Okay, as we construct the building, we construct our life, we construct a good character for ourselves. Last line once again. Once see that last 4 lines. This alone can we attain in this way. Only in this way we can attain those turrets. In this way, only in this way we can attain those top level of the building as well as the top part of our life, which means that we get a clear picture of our own life and a picture of the entire history of humanity. For example, when we reach the evening of our life, we find that we have done our part well. We have acted our role well in this drama of life. Yes, we feel that we find that we have done our duty and we are perfect. That's what is meant in the last 4 lines. This alone can be attained in this way only. Only in this way we can attain those top level tower where the eye sees the world as one vast plain. There our eyes might see the entire world as one vast plain, means single unit. Is it not so? Suppose you go by flight and you get down maybe on top of a city, Hyderabad for example. When you come down from top, you can find the entire city together as a one single unit. The same way you can find that your part also is there. You are also a member of that unit. Okay, now in the evening of your life, when you turn back, you can find you had a role to play in this life, in this history of humanity, and you have played it well. In the same way, constructing your building, constructing the life of your own, you feel that you have done your duties in a perfect fashion and you are successful. Is it clear, the last 4 lines? Is it clear to you? See, once again, for the last time, we are going to wind up this lesson. This alone can we attain those tower top level where the eye sees the world as one vast plain. The eye sees the entire world, humanity as a single unit, and one boundless reach of sky. Yes, limitless reach of sky you can find there. Look at the outside world, you see the entire humanity together and reaching the sky. See, trying to attain that top level, by which the author, the poet means that one will be able to, have a clear view of one's own life as well as the history of mankind. If you construct in this way, only in this way, if you construct that, we can attain that top level and be successful in life. I hope it is clear to you, the poem, all the quatrains for line. Okay, never stands up, but the difference is that I will explain in another class. Okay, so read the poem well, go through it and study all the answers. I hope you have understood. Thank you.